Blue Bloods fans won't have to wait too long for the next episode. Episode 9, titled Painkillers, won't air until after Thanksgiving, returning to CBS at the same time slot on December 1st. In that episode, Danny and Baez work with a narcotics task force to find a drug supplier. Baez ends up in trouble though, after he suffers an accidental overdose. Meanwhile, Jamie and Eddie try to protect a rehabilitated offender and Frank finally starts working with Mayor Dutton. Danny, taking care of business. Blue Bloods, Amanda at Amanda 3CB November 18, 2017 in tonight's episode of Blue Bloods. Pick Your Poison. Danny Donnie Reagan and Maria Marisa Ramirez deal with a case involving racism. Meanwhile, Frank Tom Selleck handles an NYPD officer, Devon, who got caught using marijuana. In the third plot, Eddie Vanessa Ray arrest a former college acquaintance Skip for not helping police, which Jamie Walesters finds a little peculiar. Danny and Maria are stuck investigating a homicide. Right after they arrive at the scene though, the man responsible confesses and they find out the man is racist. During the interrogation, the suspect keeps using racist language. The investigation leads them to find a racist militia called Real Samaritans, which has a former police officer for a leader. Later on, the ACLU took on the case after they learned the group was named in the case. Their lawyer threatened to file a civil lawsuit on the Real Samaritans' behalf if they try to step on their First Amendment right. Next, Danny has to stop the group from starting a war with an African American gang in Brooklyn. Despite all his effort, it didn't matter in the end. The Real Samaritans got into a fight with African Americans and the leader was killed. BLUEBLOODSOMG Eddie. I can't even imagine being in her shoes. How awful. Libra star of David Minora Sharon Libra, a star of David Minora at Moonlit Nights 09 November 18, 2017. Meanwhile, Jamie tries to stop Eddie from charging Skip with something that will put him in the system. Jamie doesn't think she should do that, since he doesn't think the man did anything wrong. Eddie further explains that Skip posted nude photos of her during college. Eddie brings in Erin Bridget Monahan to help convince Eddie that she can get revenge by pressing false charges. Needless to say, Eddie was not happy when the guy got to walk out of the precinct without charges. Later on in Eddie and Jamie's story, Eddie finds a wounded man in a bar who turns out to be Skip. At first, he accuses her of setting it up. She didn't, of course, and he asks her if they're now even. After a smile, she agrees. Such a powerful episode at Donnie Wahlberg and sadly, so relevant. Thank you for always bringing what needs to be said to light. Blue Heart Blue Bloods, Cassandra to Cass Thompson November 18, 2017. Frank has to deal with a mayor, Margaret Dutton Lorraine Bracco, who doesn't think an officer should be suspended for marijuana use. Frank wanted to fire Devon, but decided to offer him a different position, with stipulations, a suspension, rehab and mandatory drug testing. He fights Dutton for the right to set drug policy for his department. New episodes of Blue Bloods air Fridays at 10 p.m. Est on CBS. Photo credit Facebook. Blue Bloods, CBS Television Studios.